Northwoods is probably one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to in my life. The conditions out here allowed us to be out every day fishing from sunup to sundown. We didn't waste a moment of it. This trip made me want to come up to the Northwoods every single year to relax and take work off and just really enjoy myself. On the first day, I made a few casts around the bank, hooking into my first pike in the first 10 minutes of the trip. About an hour into the trip, Denny hooked into that 35 1/4, I believe, muskie, and I've never seen one before. That was one of the coolest moments, watching him pull that big fish out of the water.
My highlights for this trip was pulling a 35 1/4 inch muskie on a Ned rig. The water was so clear, I just saw its head shake back and forth, and it was amazing. Felt like I was pulling in a log. We were actually fishing for smallmouth. I was not expecting this muskie.
The second day began with us going to a lake about 30 minutes away from our cabin. For the first hour, we didn't get a single bite. I got a few snags, lost a few baits, and pulled around to another bay to try to get out of the wind a little bit. I was using a blue and yellow Ned jig. I was right by my boat and I pulled out a little smallmouth. I ended up seeing another smallmouth right next to him. I made another cast, and as I was pulling it in, this muskie's sitting right in front of my boat. I mean, a foot away, couldn't be any better. And I watched him suck that lure right in, and oh, when I set the hook, I made sure to set it deep because I did not want to lose that fish. That was the highlight of the second day. I mean, it couldn't really go any better than that. So day 3, this was the day that we wanted to get shore lunch. So we decided to go back to the stream that I was fishing. As soon as we get there, it was just gangbusters. First cast I throw in, I get a pike. Everybody was pulling one out, one after the other.
There he is. There it is. Oh, that's a good one. This one river system that was feeding into a lake, the rapids, and just started throwing spinner baits, and it was like every cast, it was one pike after another. All three of us, pike after pike. We probably caught about 20 to 25 pike each within 2 hours.
We make our journey across the lake, and it took about 30 minutes to get across because the wind was so bad. There's this boat launch. I said, I'm gonna catch a fish right here. And as soon as it hits the water, I hook into a 19 1/4 inch smallmouth bass. And to this day, it's the biggest bass I've ever caught. And it was a real amazing feeling to actually get it in the boat and bump it on my own bump board.
The fish aren't pressured here at all. Anything I pulled up was exciting. Smallmouth, they were tough, they were very healthy. Every day was a different lake, so we had to figure out different patterns. The water color's different in every lake. Temperatures in every lake changed about 10 degrees. I did have a spinnerbait that actually half the skirt is missing, my willow leaf is gone, and the pike were still tearing it up.
It got to the point where my spinnerbait was so destroyed that I had to throw it out. I've never had a lure actually get so many fish that it completely bent out of shape. I got my money's worth on that thing. The only drawback to this entire trip is the gnats were on a warpath. So if you see us looking like a bunch of lunch ladies, that's why. We needed nets because they were just so bad that all we could do is keep them off our face. I mean, deep didn't work, off didn't work. They would come out of nowhere.
I'm gonna push off and see if they're out on the water.
Adventuring up the stream with the beaver dam, one of my top 3 parts of the entire trip because of the adventure. I've never done anything like that. At the end of the day, this is exactly what I needed to get out of the shop, just clear my mind and get hooked on kayak fishing.
I'm gonna try and make this trip every year with the Ketch team, because even if the fishing's a bust, how could you not want this view? We had a smallmouth competition, and it came down to the final 30 minutes on the lake, and Duke ended up pulling a 17 in, and he beat me by like an inch and a half. I am definitely going to beat the Duke in the smallmouth competition. Redemption is high on the priority list. This is a dream to just every day go fishing. One of the best trips I've had in my life. If I didn't have to go back to work, yeah, we would definitely be out here just hammering fish every day.
Wait. Pike or walleye? Pike. 28.5-inch pike. First pike ever. Up in Minnesota.